Alright, this is FS with the stuff. Right now we have a real awesome treat. We're still at the Cleveland Concoction. We've been here for a while. I'm going to admit to you guys right now, these all-day conventions are a new type, they're a different type of beast. Okay? But don't get me wrong, we're still having fun, and that special treat, I will let this man introduce himself. Go ahead, sir. Let us know who you are.
I am Santiago Cirilo. I am an established actor based out of, well, I was raised in Lorain, Ohio. And
OH.
Yeah, I.O. baby. I.O. I'm a huge Buckeye fan.
Okay.
And I used to live in Columbus State after high school, and or lived in Columbus and attended Columbus State after high school, and I joined the military shortly after that, and was in the infantry for 8 years at 101st Airborne in Fort Campbell. And after I did my service time, I got into Gibson guitar and caught the entertainment bug, and pretty much, you know, prayed to God where I wanted to go, where He wants me to go, and it got me into the entertainment business. I went back to school and studied law, and I also got my theater degree, and been involved pretty much in doing my own contracts and contacting agents and everything after that. And I've been blessed, man. You know, the Lord pretty much put me into a ministry in the entertainment business. So now, not only have I been on great TV shows and networks, I got blessed to be on the #1 show on the world, you know, The Walking Dead. I've been on season 4 for about 3 episodes, and we're working on different things that for my future, either on this show or on other shows, because I can't give too much information on what's going on. But that's pretty much it, and it led me to think, you know, what is God putting me in this situation for? And man, I'm going to tell you this. I mean, if you really truly believe in the way the spiritual world works with I'm a Christian man, so if you really believe in Moses splitting oceans, you believe that I literally had visions for 3 months of movies and ideas that I felt like I lived for it. I used to wake up in the morning, travel about an hour to work, and didn't remember how I got there. Then travel the same way back home, didn't remember how I got there. You talk about highways, stoplights, stop signs, and I wrote it all down. I wrote 7 faith-based movies. One of them got picked up with a great company, and we're still in negotiations with it. I have a director and a producer that just finished a great film called A Matter of Time with Kevin Cirilo and Shelley Long. Also just signed a contract with Sci-Fi, and I'm doing a show. Hopefully Sci-Fi picks it up. They approved the script, and it's called The Nephilim Chronicles. I play fallen breed of a fallen angel and a human. And I pretty much go kill what comes out of hell. It's not a faith-based show. It's pretty much a sci-fi mix with faith and science. You know.
Sounds very interesting. Just to backtrack a little bit, because I know we were talking before camera, and I was like, oh my God, let's hurry up and start rolling, because this is awesome stuff. I just want to give the people a little bit more detail. You were making these guitars for Gibson, but like, you were making these guitars for, you said Kid Rock?
Yeah. You know, when you come out of the military, you know, it's like being born in Earth and being raised in Jupiter, and then when you're done, you come back to Earth and try to adapt. You know, as me adapting as a civilian life, my mentality was way different. So at Gibson, I started out as a level 1 sander. Their number was 300 guitars to come out a week. I was doing 300 a day. Then I got switched to do Chet Atkins guitars, and I was supposed to do 13 a week. I was doing over 14 to 20 a day. So my mentality and my work ethic was so different, you know.
Because you were just focused. You got the job, you zeroed in on it, you just banged
Right. So what they did is like, we got to slow you down. We're going to let you do the building of the guitar, soldering it, tuning it up, presenting it to an artist. So I got the pleasure, and I was blessed to do guitars for Kid Rock, the white Les Pauls. You see him play with the gold. Some of them were mine. He owns a lot of them, and I'm sure that, you know, because I did a lot, I'm sure he owns them. I did guitars for Aerosmith. I did the SGs. A lot of people that know guitars will know what I'm talking about.
Right.
SGs, Les Pauls, I did a lot of the Lucille's for rhythm and blues. I did the flying V's for Lenny Kravitz that you see on his videos. He loves flying V's. I did a lot of great, music for Keith Urban, the American flag guitars, and all them kind of artists, man.
So to me, this is like we've had a couple of stories like that today with people that are doing their craft, doing what they love,
Right.
and the story behind how they always got there is always interesting and intriguing, because it's all the way out of left field.
Yeah, man,
So,
it's a blessing, dude.
yeah.
It really is. If you have a dream and you're struggling and you're reaching a lot of roadblocks, it's because evil is trying to stop you for something that God has prepared for you for good. And when God prepares something for good, dude, it's not a winning a race, it's winning a kingdom. And that's literally how big the impact it happens. My mother raised 7 children in a duplex house in South Lorraine on East 29th Street, where I was raised up. My dad was an alcoholic, but I knew the meaning of life since I was 8 years old, and that struggle made me a better man. I wasn't perfect, and I'll never be perfect. That's why I went to the military. And I became more, and adding, and it took life much more serious than what you raised up as a kid and trying to enjoy as much. But I literally grew up to be a man at an early age to understand not just the way of life, but the business of life.
So it's almost like you looked at your life at stages, and once you hit a certain stage, you reevaluated, like, all right, I need to go in this direction now and see how this can add on to what I already know to get to the next step.
Correct.
Yeah. So I love doing these. I love doing interviews like this because not only like it's interesting to find out information about someone of your stature, I like to apply it to myself to like help me, my team, get further on. So I really appreciate that. So just to switch gears a little bit more, I know you can't. I'll never actually bring spoilers or anything like that. But talk to us about what it is to be like on the set of Walking Dead. Like how cool was that? Like man, it's #1 show on TV.
Oh man, it's the best experience I've been on. I've been on USA Network, TNT, Lifetime, Fox. I've been on a lot of TV shows. I get on The Walking Dead and the world forgets what I was on. They're like, you're on The Walking Dead, but I was on USA last week, whatever, you're on The Walking Dead. And the experience from the crew to the main cast is like family. Man, they treat, whether you're there for a day or you're there for a month and a half like I was, they treat you like family, like you've been there forever. They're great people. I mean, it was an honor to the point where I wanted to live in that jail, then go home. And that's how good it was. And you work in a show like that, and when I got on there, I didn't know what The Walking Dead was.
Okay.
I was a working actor moving around, and my agent called me from Atlanta and sounded like she had a heart attack and said, "You're on The Walking Dead." And the first thing I said was, "Isn't that zombie show?" And I only remember it was a trailer, and then after that, I went back and watched the show. It started with season 1, and before I can remember, it was 3 days later, I'm on season 3. And so, I mean, it's a great show. It was a great experience. It is not something that I didn't go there as a fan. I went there as an employee and became a fan, and also became part of this great phenomenal family.
All right. Another cool. Oh, go ahead.
Who is your favorite cast member to work with? I'm sure you get that asked all the time. But
you know what? They're all the same, but I got to talk more and got great connection with Lauren and Chandler Biggs. But Scott Wilson was a really great guy because I grew up watching a lot of Scott Wilson stuff. He was on, Streets of San Francisco and stuff that I grew up watching with my dad here in Lorraine. So it's kind of a weird mix. Who was my friend? But if you want to know the big thing about Mr. Lincoln and Mr. Daryl, Mr.
how about Stephen Yoon?
Oh man, he's great, dude.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. Let me tell you something. I did the episode 5 with him. He was in the jail scene, and the guy is, man, he is down hard on his role, and if he hurts on his lines, he apologizes to everybody. He literally turns around, I'm so sorry. And no, it's okay. Go do another take. It's okay. But he is phenomenal guy, man. Phenomenal guy. Norman Reedus, he's the James Dean of our age. He is a great man. He has a great connection, not with just the fans, but the people who get on set and work with him. You know, and you know, if you expect, you know, cold shoulders, you thinking about the wrong show. Everybody gets hugs. Everybody loves each other. Like I said, man, it's from the grip to the main cast. You know, everybody's great. Directors, producers. I mean, there's nothing bad I have to say about that show or that set.
I've heard on set it's beyond hot.
yeah,
The hot as Hades over there.
Dude, it's beyond hot. There's mosquitoes that look like baby shoes. You know, and they film it in Georgia. You know, and we had our cold, our rainy days, and we loved them. But there was days when it rained for 2 seconds, and then it got hot, and then the mosquitoes got ticked off, and we were getting.
I hear that people lose weight on set as
You
they
do.
because of the water.
We had, you know, I don't mention any names, but there's a certain actor that's known in this industry that literally quit on the set, and they had to work on his character a little different so he can leave. Because it was just the humidity and the way it was. The way we were rolling, you know, you got to understand this show. This is the #1 show in the globe, not just in America. You know, the #1 show in the globe. So they spit out an episode a week, and you're working through weather and different schedules. And the secrecy of the show is amazing. You know, there's different scripts just in case something leaks out. One of them is original. We have code names on the scripts and on the set times. Only crew has the schedule. None of the extras or none of the supporting cast or whatever. I mean, and everything is based during that week. You know, Monday could be the script, Tuesday could be the second script. You know, and you never know what happens because I could be a character in season 1 and the world forgets about it, and here comes season 4 and the character pops up.
Right.
You know.
So talk us through a little bit of the casting decision. Like, did you have to like interview for it, or was it your body of work beforehand that got you the job?
That's what it was.
The body of work.
I've been a well-established actor in the industry, not just in TV shows, movies, and commercials, and they respected that, and they know that you know, the profession grows with the more stuff you do. So they rather have that, you know, and they picked me off a picture. They asked my agent, "You got any Latinos and this and that description?" And he threw my headshot, and I didn't even have to audition. I got the gig off my headshot.
So, talk to your agent, picture. Next thing you know, you're flying down there when you're filming.
Yep.
Awesome.
A week and a half.
Awesome.
I mean, a month and a half. Excuse me,
Right.
a month and a half. Yeah.
Let you know, your show is truly international. I watched this episode specifically in Taiwan.
Wow,
and
wow.
It's subtitled in Chinese.
Yeah, wow. You know,
It is big.
I had 300 friends on Facebook. When the mid-season finale poster got released, the showdown, you know, I was already on episode 5. But it's, like I said, is you got to know the comics and the storyline. But when the mid-season finale poster got released, I had over 1,500 friends on Facebook. Twitter was going crazy. You know, friends asking me questions. Who are you? What are you about? And all that stuff. As a non-disclosure, I signed a non-disclosure. I couldn't even tell you I was on the show. You know, and I had calls from Walking Dead attorneys and telling me, "Hey, what's the deal with all this posting?" And I was like, "Hey, this is a cult following. These people are not dumb." You know, so they literally, you know, were following all the decisions that's been going on my Twitter feed and my social network.
Yeah, I'm sure people check IMDb.
Everything.
And get that, and then
My
check
IMDb
Facebook,
has
etc.
raised from 100 and something thousand to 10,000. I'm literally on the top 10. It fluctuates from the top 10,000 to the top 25,000. My work has increased. I'm doing a pilot for sci-fi, playing the Nephilim kind of deal, like Grimm and, you know, other shows, and I'm filming a gangster movie based on the 20s. My auditions have increased. I just did a great audition for the originals, spin-off from Vampire Diaries. You know, and it's doing great. You know, people are recognizing me. You know.
Well, when we first want to take, we appreciate this, honestly. Thank you very much for taking this time with us and stuff. I mean, it's awesome. We really
No
appreciate
problem,
it.
man. No problem.
I wish you all the luck.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And just to make sure, I am a huge Buckeye fan. I love the Buckeyes, brother. I've lived there, done that, breath, pride. I live in SEC country, so I'm living in Nashville, and I get it all the time. The Big Ten jokes, the SEC, the SEC's better and all that stuff. But I breathe and bleed Buckeyes,
Scarlet
dude.
and gray.
Yeah, scarlet and gray, baby, all the time.
Look at that right there. We got Ohio being represented, Buckeye fan, doing big things. Proud of you.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And look me up on social network,
Oh,
Instagram,
no, we will.
and everything. Santiago Cirilo, and give a shout out to everybody.
We told y'all we're gonna have this all over our Facebook page. So,
Oh, awesome,
all right.
awesome. Right
Thank you
on,
very
man.
much.
Thank you, brother. Take care.